Hello students. Today we are going to discuss a new topic in chapter 3, Cultural Heritage of India, Sculpture and Architecture. So first, a new topic, that is Mauryan art. Now in Mauryan art, the very famous thing is stupa. So this is a new thing that you are going to learn today. So what is stupa? Stupa means an oval shaped construction under which the remains of Lord Buddhas were kept in a box. So it is oval shape, okay, and in under this oval shape construction, the remains of Lord Buddhas are kept. Remains means like nail, hair, ash, bone, bone ashes. Such kind of remains are kept in the stupa. Hair and nails, before the death only it was taken, whereas ash, bones, they all are kept in a box, and such a place, such a construction, it is known as a stupa. Now there are five famous stupas. This is an important question asked in the exam. Which are the famous stupas during King Ashoka? So one is stupa of Sanchi, second stupa of Sarnath, third stupa of Berat, fourth stupa of Nandangarh, and fifth stupa of Devni Mori, that is in Gujarat. So this was regarding the stupa. Besides stupas, you can also see chaityas and viharas. They are very huge hall. For example, if you imagine Ajanta and Ellora, it has a huge halls, and that are known as chaityas and viharas, where the Buddhist monk used to uh, live. Okay, when they left their houses, so they used to live in the chaityas and viharas. Next come months. The period of King Ashoka was a golden period for the prosperity of Buddhist religion. Now why? Because it has gifted caves, viharas, chaityas and stupas. Now a special question, that is a short note on stupa of Sanchi. So under this, for this you will write answer that stupa of Sanchi, it was built during Mauryan period. It is situated in Madhya Pradesh. An original stupa that was made up of brick. So at that time it was half in size compared to present. So it was made up of bricks and it was in half in size compared to present. So present it is fully. The stupa, it is a very precious gift. So this is stupa of Sanchi, oval shape. Now it is very important that you are going to know regarding the sketch of stupa. So it is normally asked for the 1 mark question. What particular concepts are asked. For example, what is harmika, medi? So harmika means railing around the oval shape. Now in this you will get clear. See the harmika at the top part. See, this is harmika. Okay, and next come medi. So this part, the white color part, that is known as medi. See the pradakshina path. Pradakshina path is same as we have in a temple. We do the pradakshina. Similarly, pradakshina is done in stupas also. And see the last one, that is toran. Toran means simple, it is a gateway. Okay, I will make you understand again. Harmika means top part, railing part. Okay, medi means the this white color part, where the medi is written. Pradakshina path, where pradakshina is done, and toran means simple, it is known as a gateway. So this was regarding the linear sketch of stupa. Next concept you are going to know, it is pillar of Sarnath. Okay, pillar of Sarnath, it is a stone inscription. As you can see the image, this pillar has a 4 lions and which is facing 4 direction. Here Sarnath preaching it is a place of Lord Buddha, and see Dharma Chakra. This is a Dharma Chakra which is carved below the lion images. And what does this chakra indicate? It means triumph of religion. As Ashoka followed Buddhism, so they wanted to say that their religion as one, win. Okay, so this chakra, this dharma chakra, so pillar of Sarnath is very easy. You can say that it was during Ashoka time. 4 lions were there. Down this below the lions there is a dharma chakra, which indicates regarding the religion, dharma. Okay, apart from that you can see the picture of elephant and horse and bullock. So this giving it importance, it is placed in the, this chakra is placed in the national flag of our country, and the 4 lions, it is placed in the national emblem, because keeping its importance, this pillar at Sarnath, giving importance to it, it is placed in the national emblem. Next, stone inscriptions are there apart from pillar inscription. Pillar means this way, pillar yani stambha this, and stone inscription means carving on the stone, carving on wood. Okay, this was also very important during the Mauryan period. So some stone inscription I read directly, that is from Peshawar, Dehradun, Thane, Mumbai, Jogada and Chennai. They are the important places where you can find the stone inscription. Even you can find in the Girnar forest, Girnar mountain in Junagadh. Next, other is Palithana Jain temple on Shatranjan mountain, Jain temple of Hatit Singh. Here also we can find out the stone inscription. Okay, next one is Dravid style. What about a Dravid style? So where we have witnessed this Dravid style of where we have witnessed this Dravid style, art of style, so it is near the region of Krishna and Godavari and South Indians. So for that we can say the name of the dynasty is Satvahan kings. During the Satvahan rule, we can see the various Dravid style of art is there. So here how the stupas were there, it was a semicircle, next oval and bell shape. So where is the evidence? The stupa in Nagarjun Konda and Amravati. Very important question. Give the example of stupas of Dravid style of art. So we can see the stupa in Nagarjun Konda and Amravati, they are the best specimen. Later on we can see that the Chola king had also adopted this method. Art of Gupta period. So during Gupta period, it is, we can see Gupta period is known as a golden period of art. Whenever such kind of question is asked that why it is a golden period of art, so at that time we can say that during this rule, architecture, sculpture, painting, dancing, music flourish, everything was flourished. So because of that it gained much importance. So here certain examples are Parvati temple at Jabalpur, Bhumara Shiv temple, Iran's, that is Madhya Pradesh, Narsin temple, Gop Mandir temple at Jamnagar. So here stupas, viharas, mutts, flags and pillars were also developed. That's why it is known as a golden period of art. Other than that, we can see the Buddha statue at Sarnath, then Lord Vishnu at Mathura, statue of Mahavir Swami. Even caves are also found of Udaygiri and statue of Vishnu in form of Vara. These all things, this all architecture we can find during the Gupta period. That's why it is known as a golden period of art. Cave architecture. Uh, Cave architecture means, if a question of cave architecture comes, so first of all in your mind, two important caves should be done. That is cave of Ajanta and Ellora at Aurangabad. Next, Elephanta caves, Udaygiri and Bagh near Gwalior, Bhuneshwari near Odisha, Khandgiri and Nilgiri. They all are the famous cave architecture. And if you talk about Gujarat, now I am not going to discuss regarding Gujarat because caves of Gujarat we are going to learn in detail. Okay, so directly we can see next. Cave inscriptions are also found in Ashoka time. That is on the walls of Berber. At the walls of Berber, the cave inscription of Ashoka have been found on the walls of 3 caves of Berber mountain, that is 16 km away from Gaya. Even we can see the caves are found in Assam, Darjeeling, Sudama cave of Bihar, cave of Sita. Okay, so regarding caves, Ajanta, Ellora, Elephanta, that we are going to learn in detail in chapter number 6. Now caves of Gujarat. If they ask to list the caves of Gujarat, so it is very simple. Caves at Junagadh, Khambaliya cave, Talaja cave. Next comes Sana caves, Dang cave, Jinjuri Jar, Kapra Kodia caves, caves at Kaliyadungar. But sometimes they directly ask, explain the caves at Junagadh. So if we talk about the caves of Junagadh, so there are three groups. One is group of Baba Pyara caves. Baba Pyara, next is that you are going to caves of Khapra, and uh, next one is the caves of Khedia. So first one is a Baba Pyara caves. It is near Baba Pyara Mutt. So there you can see three layers intersecting right angle, means all the three caves are in a right angle position. Total there are 18, the cave is situated near Baba Pyara Mutt. We can see three layers are there. In that there are 16 caves. In first layer there is 4 caves. In second layer there is a 7 cave, and in third there is a 5. So total 16 caves are found. Possibly it is said that it is built during 1st and 2nd century. Next type of cave is they are of double storage, and one can say it is during the 2nd and 4th century. Caves of Khapra Khodia, that is the third group of caves of Junagadh. This will be a part of second. See, printing mistake is done. Caves of Khapra and Kedia you write in second, and third one is the caves of Kund. So here we can see caves of Kund are floor caves. Floor tiles are there, tiles, and it is built during the 3rd century. Here we can see 20 pillars and they are in ruin form. Next is Khambalida cave. Khambalida cave, it is discovered in 1959, and they are situated at Khambalida near Gondal, 70 km from Rajkot. Here famous one is Chaitya Gruha with stupa is situated, means stupa is there, but there is a big Chaitya, a hall is there, and in middle Chaitya Gruha with stupa is found in the middle of the cave. Then we can see the figures of bodhisattvas and statues of devotees. They are also on the both the side of entrance. It is of 2nd or 3rd century. Next, Talaja cave. So it is near the Shatrunjan river on the mountain Talaja. It is from Bhavnagar district. Pilgrim, it is famous by the name Taldhwaj Giri because it is on the mountain Talach. So by that name only it is prominent. People go over there. 30 caves are there. Mandap is also there, and Chaitya Gruha is also there. Next, it is found from 3rd century. Sana caves, it is very easy. It is on Sana mountain in Wankia village, Una Taluka in Gir Somnath district. If you are not able to remember this much, you can directly say that Sana cave is on the Sana mountain in Somnath, or it is like a beehive. And so many caves are there, small, and from far away you can see it is like a beehive. Dhang cave. Dhang cave, it is on Dhang mountain. Village name is also Dhang. Taluka is Ukleta. If you don't remember, it's okay. Directly you say Rajkot district. And it was built during 4th century. Jinjuri Jhar. Jinjuri Jhar, it is also, these all we are learning the caves of Gujarat. Okay, it is a Buddhist cave and it is in the west of Dhang, in the valley of Jinjari Jhar, and it was built during 2nd century. Khapra Khodia caves at Kutch. Now only we have seen Khapra Khodia, it was from Junagadh, and now we are going to know from Kutch. So it is on the top of the mountain near Old Patgarh. Taluka is Lakhpat of Kutch. So there are 2 caves. Who discovered? that is K.K. Shastri in 1967. Last, caves of Kalia Dungar. So it is in which taluka? That is Jagadia. Directly you can remember Bharuch. It is very old specimen. It is very marvelous. And why it is marvelous? Because here we can see 11 feet high statue of lion. 11 feet high statue of lion with two bodies are seen. It has two body but one mouth, and it is form of the pillar. And another speciality, it is carved with a single rock. 11 feet high statue of lion with two bodies and one mouth in the form of pillar. So these were regarding the caves of Gujarat. So it is very important. Now from here, if I wanted to tell you regarding the question, so first you have to know, define stupa, define the various stupas found in during Mauryan period. Special question is stupa of Sanchi. Okay. Now one word question is there. Ki dash is known as a railing around top of the stupa. Dash means a gateway of stupa. So you should only remember the concept, need not to learn the whole definition. Next important question is pillar inscription. This is a very important question. Next important question is Dravid style of art. Which are the examples of Dravid style of art? That is Nagarjuna Konda and Amravati. Next important question is directly you have to know caves of Gujarat. Which are the caves of Gujarat? So thank you.